What's up, guys? It's your boy Monte, and I'm back with another video. Now, in today's video is going to be a story time on how I was once sexually assaulted. And yes, guys can be sexually assaulted, either that be by a guy or by a female. In my situation, this was by a female. That happened at some point in my life. We diving more in depth onto things such as people who have been in my situation, such as being SA. This happened around the time I was like, I honestly don't even know how I would even start this story time off, because it's gonna be all over the place, because I don't know, this would be more awkward for me than it is for you guys, you know what I mean? Yeah, so this story time is gonna be more based on me being sexually assaulted when I was, I wanna say 15, if not 16 years of age. So, excuse me. So, I'm gonna say this happened around the time, it was almost the end of the school year. So it's like almost time for everyone to be off of school for summer. Yeah, so at this time, my mom had this one friend who I would call, wouldn't give her a name. Let me think. Gonna give her a name. I'm gonna give her a name. I just saw a paint right there, so I'm gonna call her Paintbrush. So Paintbrush is the name I'm gonna give her. Y'all see me leaning back because my beanbag chair just got me going. Whoop. Okay, so Paintbrush was a friend of my mom's. Not to say too much to give it away who it is, but she had two kids. She have two kids. And yeah, so Paintbrush one day came over to her mom's house, and my mom and her was kicking it, laughing and kicking, drinking. You know how it is when you hang out with your friends, you want to drink and all that, have a good time, you know, who wouldn't? So they were doing that while I was in my room, because like most of my teenage years, I would be in my room either filming videos such as Musical.ly at the time, but now it's TikTok, and I would do like this other app, it's called Funimate. I did that at one point, and also did videos on YouTube, but I deleted most of those, and some are privated now. So yeah, I'll mostly be in my room, and I would also be watching TV, because like, you know, every Friday on Disney, there's always a new show, and back then that was the thing. So back then, like it wasn't a few years ago, but yeah, so like I would mostly be in my room doing what I do best. So her kids were hanging out with my siblings, because I was the oldest out of everyone in the children age, my siblings and her kids age. I was always the oldest, so I wouldn't really necessarily want to hang out with them, because like they were little. Like y'all haven't even hit the age of 13 yet. Y'all like 11, 12. I don't want to hang out with y'all, so I'm hanging out in my room doing what I do. So on that day, my mom and her drinking, yada yada, laughing, kicking. Like I can hear them out in the front, and they're like, drinking their wine, yada yada. So as the time goes by, it starts to get darker. So I'm like, okay, it's getting dark, so they're about to get to leave. Yes, they can finally leave. But no, that wasn't the case. So she comes down the hall. I can hear her just stumping down the hall with her freaking, I don't know if she had boots on or high heels. I don't even know. But I can just hear her footsteps. I'm like, please don't come in my room. Please don't come in my room. And I don't know why my room wasn't even locked that day, but it wasn't. And I think I know why. Okay, so my little brother, he was in my room talking to me about I don't know what. So while he was talking to me, her two kids was in the room as well for some reason. I don't know. They was in the room too. And next thing you know, I hear footsteps coming down the hall. I'm just like, that don't sound like it's a little kid's footstep. That's a grown person. And don't come to my room. Don't come to my room. Don't come to my room. Because I just don't want to be bothered with you. I honestly knew that it wasn't gonna be my mom. I knew that it would be that lady coming into my bubble. And it was. So next thing you know, I hear click, 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 click. Boom. In my room. I'm like, oh, fuck. And then she's like, hey, Tay. Which is what people call me. I go by Monte on YouTube, but mostly my nickname is Tay. So Paintbrush walks in my room and she goes, hey, Tay. How's it going? Yeah. Because you know she's drunk too. So she's like, hey, Tay. Yeah, so she's just doing all that, doing a lot or too much. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, here we go. What does she want? What does she want? What does she want? So she eased her way up to me. And then at this point, my brother and her 2 kids are still in my room. But my brother, for some reason, he turned away from me and was like near my TV. And her daughter was doing the same thing, I think, but her son was facing me, but like way away, but still facing me. And so like he sees his mom walking up to me, and Paintbrush walks up to me and she's like, hey, Tay. And I'm on my phone, I'm like, oh fuck, what the fuck she want? What the fuck she want? What the fuck she want? What she want? No. Hey. And then she goes, she sits beside me because I'm sitting down on my bed. So I'm like this, and then she's walking up to me, hey, Tay, and I'm like, fuck. Hey. And yeah. So she sits down beside me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no. Because like I honestly don't like people sitting on my bed, especially if you have on your outside clothes. You know what I mean? Because like it's like you got your freaking ass clothes on my freaking bed that I have to sleep on. No, don't do that. So she did that, and excuse me. If you wonder what's on my plate, it's a brownie and a cup of milk. But yeah, so she sat beside me and she was asking me to watch her kids while my mom and her go out to do something. I don't know what it possibly could have been that they went out to go do after they already done drunk, like probably 2 bottles of wine already. So it's like, what do y'all can do? Like, what would y'all go do now? Y'all are drunk. Why would y'all go out driving? So I'm like, not really. I don't really want to watch your kids. I don't want to watch any kids actually. I just want to not watch kids. I don't want to be responsible for kids. And then she's like, come on. Next thing you know, she put her hand on my thigh. There's something on my eyelash. But yeah, next thing you know, she put her hand on my thigh. I'm gonna move this out the way. Next thing you know, she put her hand on my thigh. She starts rubbing up and down. And then she goes inwards into my thigh. Guys, I do not like to be touched. I honestly don't like to be touched. She goes in between my thighs. And she touches my private part. And while she's doing that, her son is still watching from a distance. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so while she touched my thigh, comes inwards in my thigh, and then lays her hand on my private part and rubs her hands up and down. She's like, come on, watch my kids for me while I go with your mom. And she's like, I'll bring you back something. I can bring you back something. And she's still going up and down. And I was so freaking weirded out that day. So that only lasted a few seconds when she did that, because I jumped back. I was like, and I couldn't say anything else. I couldn't say anything after that. I was just like, what just happened? What just happened? And then after I jumped out the way, literally 2 seconds later, my mom comes down the hall. Because honestly, I feel like it was a minute of her being in my room, and I think my mom was like, what is taking her forever? Like, why is she still back there? So literally 2 seconds after I jumped away from her, like, it wasn't like a jump, it was like a scoot over type of move. So like when I did that, she was like, when I did that, she was like, come on. And then that's my mom had walked in, and she was like, what are you doing? What what are you waiting for? Are we still gonna go? Yada yada. And then that's when Paintbrush gets up and she's like, oh yeah, I was just asking Dave if he wanted to watch my kids. And I was like, sure, I'll watch your kids. Because at that point, I just wanted her to leave. I just wanted her to get away. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'll watch your kids. Bye, go. And then, so yeah, she left my mom, and she did in fact bring me back something. I want to say it was a Snickers ice cream bar. I don't know why, but it was a Snickers ice cream bar. And so yeah, after that, I didn't want to even see her no more. I didn't care to speak to her anymore because I was just weirded out. And I didn't see her. I didn't see her as the person that I thought I thought she was at one point. Because at one point, she, like, the energy that she gives you would be high energy, loving, smiling, all that stuff. Not what she did to me. Like, that caught me so off guard that day. I was just so out of it. I was just like, yeah, I never want to see her again. And yeah, this is a story that I never told. All right, guys, so there you have it, my first story time of the year. Yes, it is 2023. Woo! We made it through a lot last year. We made it through 2022. For me, it was a lot of ups and downs, a lot of ups and downs, mostly downs, but there were some ups that I could appreciate. But yeah, we made it through the year, guys. It's the new year, 2023. I hope you guys are gonna do great this year. I hope I do great this year. I hope to see this channel that I made. I don't know how long ago I made this channel, but I do know that I started posting on this channel and being consistent at least for 2 years now. And I hope to see this channel 2023 grow to at least 1K this year, if not 10K. That would be amazing too. But yeah, this was my first story time of the year, and I'm okay, guys. I'm okay now. That's been years ago. I'm 23 now. That happened when I was 15, 16. I'm doing way better now, guys. I am okay. I've never spoke about this to anyone, which I probably should have, but I didn't, because things probably would have escalated very differently, very badly if I would have said something. I'm saying that because, like, my family do not play about me and my siblings and my cousins. My family do not play about that. So if I would have spoke out about that, it would have been very bad, and my family would have been coming. It would have been a whole army coming down to do a whole lot of. But yeah, that was my first story time of the year. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope this year brings everyone prosperity, love, money, happiness. Yes, all that in one. Don't care what anyone say about what you're doing. Just do you. Focus on you. Stay focused. Stay on track this year. This is your year. We got this. With that being said, remember to comment, like, and subscribe on this channel. And your boy Monte is out. Bye.